The Don Tony and Kevin Castle show contains explicit language and is intended for mature audiences only. But just because you're mature doesn't mean you can't be a little naughty.
I didn't like Raw at all. When they were doing that, let the WWE Universe choose. Was there any doubt in anybody's head that it wasn't going to be a three-way? When you got Seth Rollins saying 50 times during the night, I can't be in a three-way. I can't be in a three-way. I can't be in a three-way. Oh, that's WWE.
Tony, by the way, your prediction was right.
What was my prediction?
That
Seth Rollins would retain.
The way they booked Roman Reigns would start getting over again. He is. He's getting booed less and less.
Yeah.
Over. He was over big time tonight. Randy Orton was too. And I think people want to see Rollins lose the belt.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's funny? You and I have had a couple of conversations the last couple of weeks that Seth Rollins is a failed try at at Edge and, the opportunist, trying it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And ironically, on WWE's website, they have a fantasy match thing going right now comparing Seth Rollins to Edge. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'll say this before we get back to Seth Rollins. Something that's on my mind tonight. Two things that's bothering me. One of them has to do with Roman Reigns. One of them has to do with Luke Harper. Now, any longtime listener to the show knows that Kevin and I are big fans of Roman Reigns. All right. I felt that he shouldn't have been champion yet. You felt that he should been given the ball and given a chance just like anybody else, which I totally respect. And you and I are huge fans of Luke Harper. We've always been.
Definitely.
I still feel Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper. Yep. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper last year, to me, match of the year. Yeah. Two problems I have, observations. Number one is I'm sick of every time Roman Reigns wins a match, 95% of the time, he is always leaning against the ropes, on one foot, one knee on the ground, tired, acting like he just went through a war. And if you watch the end of Raw tonight, after they win their match, you look at Roman Reigns in the corner, and you look at Randy Orton. Randy Orton stands up, walking down the rampway, standing up, celebrating like he always in his own way. Every time Roman Reigns wins, he's always got this look.
That's what he does, though. It's nothing. It's just his way.
I know he's not blown up, and I know he's not, like out of breath.
He's not blown up. He's in good condition. He's not overly muscled.
But watch what I'm talking about.
He's a former linebacker. He's a fucking football player. He's not the Ultimate Warrior. He's not Sid Justice. This guy's an athlete his whole life.
Yeah, I know. So I don't understand the need for him every time trying to come off that he just fought World War III.
I think you're reading way too much into that. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm noticing it every match, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
No, he looks amped. He's always kind of slapping hands with the guy he's in a tag team with. He doesn't go off on his own.
Yeah, look, WWE could be telling him to.
So let me tell you something. Superman punch takes a lot out of you. Ever see Superman after he hits someone with a Superman punch?
Yeah, I know.
I love that. I love that move though. Like the spear, I've seen so much. It was funny. The spear. Edge was doing it before Goldberg, but yes, Goldberg did it a lot better than Edge, and it was more believable because he is a football player. Reigns does the spear too because he is a former football player. Edge is probably the only non-football player who's ever done the spear. I remember when I first saw Goldberg do the spear, I was like, you would be like, oh, he took the wind out of Raven with that one. Like, Reigns does a good job of that, but I'm more into, the Superman punch stuff he does. I know he does the whole ooh thing, but that's just, that's no different than Matt Hardy going, they all have their oohs and ahs and noises they make, wrestlers. That's part of the gimmick. But the spear thing, I was thinking they can maybe give him a different move because Rhino does. Someone saying, yes, Rhino does a great spear. Correct. Rhino is fantastic with the spear.
Yeah.
But that suits Rhino. I never really liked the spear for Reigns. Just like I don't like the curb stomp for Rollins. I'm not big fans of a lot of the finishers. We talked about this a few weeks ago, Don Tony. Certain finishers don't fit certain people.
Right. And
but I do like the Superman punch. I kind of mark out for it. I like it.
Okay. Here's another thing that's bothering
what's wrong
me.
with
I'm
Luke Harper?
concerned for Luke
Besides the
Harper.
obvious.
I'm concerned. I'll tell you why I'm concerned. Yes, we've been saying for a while, you and I don't feel WWE's utilizing him the right way. And
Definitely not.
you and I think still agree that there was no reason to break up Luke Harper and the other guy. There was no reason to.
No, there was no
none.
reason.
So anyway, when I watched Luke Harper's promo tonight, talking about how he would wear the crown if he wins King of the Ring,
Right.
when he's talking about how the barbed wire, you've watched the promo again, I got this feeling over me. Don't ask me why I even thought of this person, but I got this feeling over me that Luke Harper, the way he was talking tonight and the way they're using him, I compare Luke Harper right now as Cactus Jack fucked the Berzerker. And I'll tell you why I say that.
Cactus Jack fucked the Berzerker.
Yeah, like Cactus Jack fucked the Berzerker. I'll tell you why. Cactus Jack in the early to mid 90s, right before he went nuts with his promos in ECW, Cactus Jack was always crazy motherfucker in the ring. All right, not great wrestling ability, but just did some really risky shit. But his promos were out of this world. Okay, Luke Harper's got the Cactus Jack look. Him talking about barbed wire and stuff like that, obviously it's like almost like the hardcore. So that's the Cactus Jack part of me. But whenever I watched WWF in the 80s, one of the persons that always rubbed me the wrong way when he cut a promo was the Berzerker. Whenever he was shown talking, whether it was, I don't know, Bobby Heenan was in his corner, I just got this feeling over me like, ugh, get off my fucking TV. Because there was something about the Berzerker's promos that I just hated. And when I listened to him cut his promo tonight, it felt like Berzerker. It was just like I don't know what it is.
It was a bad Bruiser Brody, and Bruiser Brody was a great promo cutter.
Yeah, it's not like I'm sure Luke Harper maybe could cut a good promo. I don't know, but
He can cut a good promo. If you ever seen him as the big rig, Luke Harper on the independent circuit, he cut good promos.
yeah, I felt like Berzerker tonight. Like I had that Berzerker feeling to me, like, oh no, and I'm a huge Luke Harper fan. It's like Berzerker promo, Cactus Jack look and attitude, and even with his in-ring work, the guy does some crazy fucking bumps. It bothers me that WWE does not talk about how agile he is for the size that he is. Like you have wrestlers over the years, like they can't believe how agile this big man is. And you don't hear them talk about that enough about Luke Harper, because Luke Harper is a big motherfucker, and he's one of the most agile people in that company for that size. And I don't know, man. To me, it's like Cactus Jack fucked the Berzerker. I get that Berzerker feeling when I listen to the promo, because I was like, there ain't no chance in hell, that I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about Luke Harper. Concerned.